Hello everyone, welcome on back to Moss Valley. Alright, so I'm just getting the daily riding in for Thor, and then we have, well, two fields that I will eventually be planting. This field here I'm thinking canola, and then that smaller one was going to be wheat, and then we were going to do whole wheat bread from that. There is a ton of flour in here, and I do realize that. That is because I forgot to turn this on. So it is actually now producing bread. Would have been nice if I would have did that from the beginning, but yeah. Because I went in right away, I advanced to the next month, and I was like, why don't I have any bread? Yeah, that's why. Because I didn't turn it on, so... But it is now on, so... But we'll have canola in this field. That can be planted this month. Then wheat down there, and that should be next month. We'll have two winter crops then. The plan is we should be able to get that planted and then probably advance to the next month, I would assume, and then get the wheat field planted and get the canola sprayed. Kind of what I'm thinking, at least. I hear you, Thor. And I think that'd be the same month as soybean harvest, so after that. So it should line up pretty well. Otherwise, I didn't see anything like special for the sales. Obviously, 9RX. I mean, I want it. I think we all want it, you know? We all want it. I know I can't have it, though. It's pretty beat up. You can see that. For 15 hours, it was beat up. It's just, we don't have $50,000 laying around. I don't think we have $50,000 to sell. Yeah, that'd be a negative, so... Yeah, there's nothing even like close enough where I'm like, yeah, I'll sell that. I mean, we could sell like the New Holland, but would that really be worth it at that point? It's 140,000. How much is the Massey? I kind of like the Massey though. Massey, oh, right above it, 96 grand. The Massey's just kind of nice, like spraying tractor, that kind of stuff. I think it has front loader ability if we need it. It's kind of just a nice, get around tractor. Is it the most powerful thing? No, but we could sell that and then buy the John Deere, actually. That's something that's actually really interesting. We wouldn't have any issues pulling anything with this. Oh, man. It would pull great uphill, even. I think... I'm actually going to sell the Massey. I'm going to sell the Massey. We're buying the John Deere. I just can't pass that up. I just can't pass that up. That's too good of a deal. I'll verify, yep, make sure it's still there. Repair and repaint. 123 grand. This is going to knock us pretty low. I don't think I'm going to get a engine upgrade. I think we'll be all right there. I mean, it's still 200 horsepower more than the New Holland. Obviously, we have front weight already. The largest, even. We got a 3-point back. I do need to add this, which does bring up our price a little bit. I don't really want additional weight. I probably want the 3-point, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I think yeah, it's gonna be pretty expensive. Knocked us down pretty low, but well, it's just tough to pass this up. It really is. It's a little bit beat up, especially the paint. Oh, the maintenance in general is not. Only 14 hours though. Curious how much the maintenance is. Not the 16 grand to have it fixed. I'll fix it. I'll fix it. I don't think we have any big costs coming up. And I know bread will be sold this winter. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I want to take a gander at contracts next month. Because we'll be in next month a little bit longer. Oh, we gotta... It's a pretty big tractor. I gotta make sure I'm really going down these roads good. Obviously, the paint condition could be a lot better. I can see that. Which is kind of surprising. It's only 14 hours. I'm surprised it's that wore down, but... Man, I did not expect to get this today. I didn't think I'd ever end up with a 9 RX in any series. They're pretty expensive, obviously, so... But when it's, what, 50% off, it's tough to pass up. Yeah, I think next month maybe I'll see if there's some good contracts I can have a worker do quickly or something and make a little bit more money. Because we will be probably pretty tight until it's time to sell the bread, really, and eggs this winter. And I'm trying to think here. What else would we have to sell this winter? Maybe the pigs? Try to do this without damaging the crop. And we gotta go all the way out before we turn in. I 100% damaged a little bit of crop doing that. It's a little bit weird turning one of these. I have to get used to that. I was hoping we'd have seeds. But we do not. I should fill it up a good amount. Oh, we did have seeds. I just must have been outside of that trigger. Like I said, I gotta almost zoom out a lot more than I'm used to on this. It's just so far behind it, since the tractor's absolutely massive. It turns really well. Kind of expected, obviously. I gotta turn up here. Yeah, let me know what you're thinking. Obviously, nice new tractor. I mean, you can't really complain about that. Well, new to us tractor. It'll mainly just be for planting, I'm thinking. I don't think we really have much of a use otherwise for it. And mainly just for the fields that we have hills in. I know the New Holland was struggling a little bit on those. So obviously maybe 200 extra horsepower will help. I'd hope so, at least. Well, I think I'll just go ahead and start a time lapse for this. So I'll text everyone once the time lapse is done. Alright, so we're just about done here with the canola planting, which of course used a absolute ton of liquid fertilizer. Wow, I'm actually kind of surprised. It was a good thing I filled it up at the beginning. I didn't think I'd use that much, but I would have been wrong, so. Would have been fine for seeds, though. But, now we'll get this done, and then we'll advance to the next month. Which really, I can... Actually, no, I gotta refill up the liquid fertilizer. Then I can put it down there. It seemed to go pretty quick, which is obviously good. At least I can't complain. At least going uphill felt a lot quicker. I want to say before, we always kind of struggled at like 6-7 miles an hour, like half the speed of this planter could go. And it looked like we were going about 10-11, which I want to say is closer to the max speed of this. Alright. Hop over in this area. We should just be fine as long as we're in this area. Obviously, I've done the daily riding for Thor. I filled up the chicken's food at the beginning today. They should be good. I need to check, obviously, for price. I'm not sure how high of a price they get. Right now, I think they're $8.50 per, which isn't fantastic, but I want to say it's more than what I paid for them. Yeah, we'll get this going to next month, and then we can get the one field planted, get the one sprayed, and then either I'll have a worker do a contract, or I'll do a contract. Just, you know, we gotta get at least those two things done, no matter what. Well, we could technically delay the planting 1 month if we wanted, but don't really want to do that. Alright, what? Okay, we don't have the bale wrapping ones anymore. So those are the ones I was really hoping were still going to be there. Unfortunately, they are not. We have a spraying one for $6,000, $7,000. Yeah, not nearly as good as last month. I'm not going to lie. I could do this Deadwood one. So I'll accept that. That's $1,500. It's easy. Use about 1,100 liters, so I'll have to make sure I have that, but otherwise we should be good. We'll accept that. And there's a tedder contract in this one. That's not too bad. It's a little bit more money than this, and it's closer too. I'll borrow the items for that. So I'll have to get... Well, first, I'll get this set up on a worker. Hopefully they do well. It's a bit of a concern, I'm not going to lie. But we'll see. Right, the tedder. I've never actually used one of these. It's kind of weird. Oh, it's 4-wheel turning. Okay, we'll have a worker do that. Like I said, I can do that spraying myself. So I'm not too concerned about that. I also have to make sure I have enough herbicide. We're going to use basically none on... Oh, this is so easy to see the deadwood trees in this. Looks like one there, and then a couple down there. This chainsaw is going to pay for itself. Be even better if I had a sawmill. I could run this through there then. It's not a ton of wood, but I'd be able to get a lot more money out of this than just cutting it. Still, 1,500 bucks is 1,500 bucks. I can't complain. Yeah, I gotta make sure I'm making some money back now after I spent it all last month. We'll make a decent amount, obviously, every night, just because of the windmill. That makes us a good amount of money. It's nothing absurd, though. I've kind of learned it's not too bad. I think it must give us a different amount than what the one says in the buying. For buying it. I don't think we're ranking that much. Hey, we got 2 more. There's 1 here. Oh, 2 there. That's where they are. We're right on the outer edge. There we go. So I can get that collected. Make some money from that. Yeah, unfortunate no like really good bale wrapping contracts are still there. That would have been actually really, really nice to have. But oh well. That looks to be going pretty good. It is doing wheat. That looks pretty good. Alright, well, we gotta fire up the New Holland. This is now the spraying tractor, so we'll see how much I have on hand for herbicide. $2,200, we should be good. I'm gonna go down and do the contract first. Just because it makes the most sense. Actually, I just thought of I could have used our own tedder, which is down there, I think, and used the Merlot, and I could have did that contract and saved 600 bucks out of it. I think I might have did a contract in this before, actually. One other time. What did I hit? Not sure what I hit. I didn't see a fence post there. Yeah, I think I did a cultivating one in here. Oh. Well, actually, it would be spot and spray, too. This is not going to take 1,000 liters, even. Probably should have checked if I needed to use arrows before I got here, but looks to be fine. Alright, let's get steering assist on. Guess not. Maybe if I get a little bit farther in, it'll let me. We'll see. Guess not. Guess I gotta do this the old-fashioned way. See if I even know how to do that anymore. It's been a while since I've actually had to do it that way. Not too bad for herbicide, but not a fan. Okay. Thought I did cultivating in this field, but clearly had cultivating lines, not herbicide spraying lines. Well, I think I'll just go ahead and start a time lapse for this. We'll get this finished out, and then I think we'll probably just head over back to the farm and get our own field finished as well. So I'll text everyone once the time lapse is done.
sensation. We all crave for you, we all crave. And you can kill the wildest thing. When you murder, it's a sin. In the midst of your conviction, we all crave for you, we all crave. Just a little time. Know your addiction's not a crime. It's just a smaller part of who you want to become in the end.
Alright, so we're just about done here. Final strip for the spraying. It should just be, yeah, it's very, very little, but looks like I have a little bit to fix in that field for planting. See a couple of spots missed. I was a little bit worried about that. It's not the easiest field to have a worker plant, especially when it's that big of a setup too. All right, let's just check this out. Yeah, no weeds. I'm curious how I did here. I missed a little bit there. Otherwise, I did pretty dang good. All right, let's get the contracts collected. Decent amount of money. Can't complain. Why couldn't this one been there earlier? I would have had a worker do it. Would have been a pretty... Why wasn't this one here earlier? Oh, fitting, really. Fitting. The really good ones have to show up after the fact. Yeah, there's a little bit in most of the corners, it looks like. Yeah, a little bit here. Otherwise, it's not too bad. Honestly, right up in that corner, I'm kind of not surprised it didn't get all the way up there, because that is not the easiest section to get planted. Again, especially with this wide of a setup. Otherwise, it missed down here, it looks like. Otherwise, yeah, it did all right. It's just those dang corners, especially the tight ones, because there's kind of a tight little pocket area here, and then obviously up top, too. Otherwise, it did pretty good. Really, it's just that little bit. And I want to get this little bit, and that should be all of it, as far as I can tell, at least. Take a gander in here. Yeah, the very corner there, but it'd be tough for me to even get those, so. Anyways, that is about everything for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.